Good morning and welcome to the Joseph Apartments Talk Show. Have a cameraman go there, take a look at stuff. Ladies first, today we have a special guest, Rhonda.
Ronica.
Ronica.
Yeah.
Give us your full name and your contact information.
My name's Ronica Petty. I work for a company called Great Builds, Builds with a Z. We are a group of licensed general contractors that we will match any of your clients who are looking to renovate. We'll match them with at least 3 contractors that fit their budget, their price point, the neighborhood that they're working in. We'll walk them through the estimates, and if they choose one of our contractors, our concierge will stay in touch throughout the entire process. All complimentary for you realtors to recommend to your clients. The only way we make money is the contractors pay us a referral fee if they get chosen. So,
What area do you serve?
Los Angeles County, Ventura County, and Orange County. So we have about 50 plus contractors in our network. They've been fully vetted. Their financials, we check their insurance, we check their reviews, we make sure they're licensed and bonded and everything like that. So you can definitely be rest assured that our contractors will be very reliable and great.
Question,
Yes.
is it residential only, or is it residential and commercial, light commercial?
They'll do like light commercial, yeah. And
Build a
it's-
suit, stuff
yeah,
like that?
yeah. I mean, they're general contractors, not so many subcontractors, although we do have some that'll take on like a full home repainting or things like that, but mostly general contractors, so for bigger jobs. And it kind of takes the guesswork out of finding a good contractor. If you're a realtor and one of your clients asks you for somebody, you don't want to, maybe your one guy that you recommend is busy, or maybe you want to give them options in case your guy is not a great fit. It doesn't reflect poorly on you as their agent. Just kick them over to us and we will take good care of them.
I'll ask the question.
I wanted to elevate the level of the
How do we
show.
get a hold of you?
Well, you can call the Great Builds general number, or my number is 310-367-9611. But the easiest way is probably just to go to greatbuilds.com with a Z. You can talk to one of our live concierge people, or you can call me directly. I'll put you in touch with the right people. But yeah, the website is the easiest way. There's a phone number on there, and you can also just go to the website and
And you
get
told me
connected.
earlier you're Tom Petty's third cousin twice removed.
I wish that I was.
What's
but-
your email address?
My email address is Ronica, RHONICA, at greatbuilds.com. Again, Great Builds is with a Z at the end. So.
Thank you and welcome.
Thank you.
Speaking of ladies first, Chris, thanks for coming here
Love it.
today.
I love it.
Chris
I'm
is
glad
an
he's doing that to you. and
Chris
not to me.
is an absolute internet sensation. He's got millions of followers. I'm a fan. I'm just glad he's here today.
Yes.
He'll be signing autographs later on in the parking lot. Chris, what's
will.
new?
Well, since I met you in 2007, right? 2008.
I'm
Jim.
sorry.
It seems like a lot longer.
Yeah. Jim and I have got a great relationship. You know, there's a big movement out there. Obviously, as you referred to and I referred to as the resi-mercial movement, and we are leading the way with that. We definitely see a crossover with residential realtors needing to gain a skill set to be able to do commercial, and that's going to become that one-stop shop is really coming our way. It's coming quicker than we thought. So we are leading that movement. But from a company standpoint, I am the founder of the Foster Company, a full-service commercial lending company, but most importantly, SBA lending company. And as of January 1st, coming up, we are opening up a full-service commercial real estate division because we were giving up way too much business out there. And we've got Esther Liha, who will be the president of this division, and we've got 5 people on board, and we're excited about the movement. There's a lot of commercial deals that will be coming on the market over these next 3 or 4 months where these loans are coming due, and buyers better be ready.
The commercial loans, they'll reset in 1, 3, 5, 7 years,
There you
unlike
go.
single family. And so he's been on top of that whole process of that. Now, one of the things that I get from your videos is if you own 51% of a business,
Yep.
you can get an SBA loan.
Yeah, if you
And
own
people don't realize that.
They don't realize that, and you have 20 people who've been in business 25 years who don't understand that if you want to buy a building and you can occupy 51% of it, you can put as little as 0% down to buy this building to as high as 10% down, and that's the big movement. The only loans getting done right now in the commercial market, unfortunately, or fortunately, however you see it, is through the SBA channel because they're backed by the federal government. Banks are backed up to 75% of that loan, so they know that they're protected. versus if they're not back, they're on the hook for the whole thing. And right now is a very touchy-feely on that right now.
How do we get a hold of you, and what's your Instagram?
Follow us, all our social media at the Foster Company, Chris Foster, 562-278-6420, and Chris at fosterre.com. So again, Chris at fosterre.com. But Resi Mercial, keep your ear out for it. It is a movement and it's coming near you.
This is the longest he's sat in one location
I'm
in the last
shaking
3
right now.
months. So.
Yeah, that's true.
Next, we have Phil Atwan. I recently did a deal with Phil, and his company did a reverse exchange, the most complicated transaction on planet Earth. It was flawless. The clients loved it because largely it was out of Phil's hands. That's why it went so smoothly.
I may be crazy,
anyway.
but I'm not stupid.
So what's new?
Reverse is a big deal. Why? Because there's not a lot of inventory out there. And if you have either all cash or some cash in a bank, it doesn't matter if it's a swing loan or bridge loan, a line of credit, hard money, whatever. It can allow you to wait until you find the right replacement property, secure it. We have to set up a holding corporation. It will most likely take title to the property that's being sold before the purchase is closed. And then we have 180 days to close the sale. It's great. It lets you do it backwards. And when the sale closes, you get reimbursed for what you had to float. If there's anything that's due, those can be paid off. If there's anything left over, depending on the loan, we can do a principal pay down. So the bottom line is closing an acquisition first is really important to a lot of people because the key to any 1031 exchange is not just doing the exchange and deferring tax, well, that's very important, but it's going into the right property because that property is the new one you're going to hold for investment or income purposes. So the bottom line is, whether you're going to be occupying that building in your business or whether you're buying it for the income portion of it, the reverse exchange makes total sense. Does it cost more? Yeah, it does. You're probably going to spend $7,000 roughly more in addition to the regular fee that you would on a regular exchange. But when you consider the hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars of what you're going to spend, would you spend $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 more to secure the right property? Most of our investors say, where do I sign? Because it's in their best interest to do that. And the government blesses it. You know, in fact, it's been around now for, was this 23? So it's been around for what, 23 and a half years?
The key to your monologue, as far as I'm concerned, was the low inventory.
Without
If there's
doubt.
no inventory and you have that 45-day gun to your head, you're up a creek.
Yeah.
So this really gives you that breathing room, which is a big deal. And
That's
my
right.
clients really appreciate it. And it's very complicated, but they were very
they're good about that.
informative, very good at holding the client's hand, and because it's kind of scary, it's intimidating, it sounds kind of iffy, but they walk them through that and they really appreciate that.
They take an ugly guy like me and make me look good.
How
I
do we
mean,
get
that's
a
just the way it
hold- how do we
works.
get a hold of you? We agree. Oh.
213-479-8800. I do have something I'd like to say though. I'll get a lot of questions this year about, well, should I do an exchange or not do an exchange? Because what if I don't find what I need to? Do I pay the taxes in 23 or would I pay them in 24 when I get it back? That is the most asked question this time of year, other than can I move into the property? And I'll talk about that another time. But here's the bottom line. Ask your CPA. Why? Because I lecture to the CPAs. And let me just tell you, they don't even agree with each other. Half of them are, of this belief, the other half are that belief. So, you'll pay it in the year that where the relinquished property closed, or you'll pay it in the year that you received the cash, which the 45 days did not prove helpful to you. Therefore, where do you get taxed on? Talk to your CPA because they don't even agree amongst themselves with that answer.
Email address?
The easy one is philatwan@gmail.com. PHILATWAN, like Nancy,
Website?
gmail.com. Exchangeresources.net.
Thank you for watching episode number 80.
Wow.
Wow, really?
Talk to you next month.
Wow.
There you go.